one time I was going in with my brother, and I did buy a mask. And that mask was a zombie mask. So I went in there and we wanted to do a bit for fun stuff. Just to like do a video that's funny. So I was going in there and he was pretending to be a pianist. And we were all in the living room doing this. But then his son, he was really enthusiastic about this. And he wanted to do the bit himself. His son was like 10 years old. So that was really surprising to me. And he did become enthusiastic because I was really enthusiastic about it because I really wanted the bit to work out. Now when it comes to zombies and vampires, I really think that there might be some vampires in the future. Because right now, I don't know if there is any vampires because I haven't really seen anything out there. Except in some YouTube videos that there was a bunch of vampires out there that were, or at least guys that were pretending to be vampires. Because I used to watch a couple of guys that would go in the middle of the night. And there would be a lot of people that were playing basketball. And it was a really weird video because who plays basketball at night? So then some guy, he went in there with a lot of makeup and stuff, and then he started dancing around and he was like a zombie. So a lot of the guys, they were running away from him, and then they would come back and forth and he would be going after them. Like the rules for killing vampires is going in there and using holy water so that you can kill the vampire. Like if I were to visit Romania, for example, like I would be looking for a place that has the Castlevania or the Transylvania. But then I would think, would I really want to go there during the night? Heck no, I don't want to go there. Because deep down inside, what if that story is really true? What if there are a couple of vampires there? And if Dracula is for real, then oh my god, I might be turned into one of the vampires there. And I really don't want to get into that. Because then I would have to drink a lot of blood, and I would even like wine even better. Now a lot of times when I was watching a couple of shows when I was in high school, that was Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel. Those were like my top favorite shows at the time. And I really liked them, and I still do. Like I would just come back from high school and I would just sit down and just watch these episodes. And they were really good. And even my brother, my younger brother, he would come in and he would watch the same exact shows that I would watch. And those two shows, they were like the thing that a lot of teenagers would watch. Now there's something cool about zombies and vampires. Zombies and vampires are like two things that are really powerful. Like what is it about them? I think that there is something about them that makes me think that they're cool. One is that they're really powerful. And two, they're going in there and they can't die. Or you have to get in there and stab them with a stick or something. And that's the thing. Like, what is it about them? One of the things that I like about vampires is just watching the shows. Because watching these shows is like a good experience. Because I definitely remember how good those shows were. that I went in there and me and my family, we started buying video games for a lot of these vampire and zombie shows. And like, we started buying a lot of video games that were related to these shows. And we even bought like a couple of games that were like, Castlevania was one of them, and that is still like one of my favorite games ever, because that's all like vampires and Dracula, and that really is good. I really like that. Like, I went in there and I bought Castlevania 1, and I even bought for other systems that I have. And my brother, he's such a lover of these things that every time when there is a vampire or a zombie video game, he just goes in there and buys it right away. He doesn't even think twice. So there is something about vampires and about zombies that's good, and that is their ability to eat brain. Now, I just think that they're cool. Resident Evil was probably one of my favorite games of all time. And I played almost every single Resident Evil that's out there. Like, I can't think of any one game that I skipped from Resident Evil. I think part of the reason why Resident Evil is good, it's just because Resident Evil has good stories behind it. Because I would always like go in there and play with Claire or Leon, and I would go after all the zombies that are there, and I would be killing each one of them. But that was good, but I really like the story behind it, because those guys are in there and they're trapped and they don't really know what to do. So my character is Claire, and she goes in there and she starts going after a lot of zombies that are in the game.